Rose-colored glasses, as long as they offer ultraviolet protection for your eyes, are perfect for a summer sunshine experience. Once a year, Dr. Della Chow leaves her Della Optique on Broadway to join us in Studio 4 to talk about eye health and eyeglasses. It is my pleasure to welcome Della Chow back to Studio 4 to tell us more. Nice to see you again.
Hey, Fanny, I can't believe it's been a year.
I know.
It goes so quickly.
It does go so quickly, and I haven't lost my sunglasses this year. That's good.
Well, that's great.
Well, let's not talk so much about trends as about function when it comes to sunglasses.
Yeah, because the trends, they're really, it's starting to move away from trends, starting to be more like classics. And so what's in is the same thing as what was in last year, which is
back to the basics.
Classic aviator, Ray-Ban.
I see a lot of movie stars in the aviators.
Yeah.
They've never gone out, have they?
Never gone out.
A pilot, look at this. Oh,
yeah.
My. Metal aviators, always in.
The Wayfarers, which were, Audrey Hepburn made those famous in Breakfast at Tiffany's, then Tom Cruise.
Right.
In Risky Business.
Sure.
And, there's Jude Law with his Ray-Bans.
Well, if Jude Law likes those, and those are unisex, right?
Those are unisex. And so what's kind of new, if there is a new shape, it would be the larger sunglass with the modified cat's eye.
Right.
And, you know, I always bring you Chanel, Fanny.
I know.
And
you're
that's
that kind
Chanel's,
of girl.
and we kind of see
with a little red, a little edge, a little
are.
this. I always put them on, just in case I have to have them. Well, you know how that is.
And they look good again.
They look good again. I know. I'm pretty good in the Chanels. I want to try the aviators too. These are cool. But what kind of lens is in something like this, a Ray-Ban, and why is it a good lens or a bad lens?
Well,
for instance,
this Ray-Ban lens, it's a high-quality optical lens, and it's a brown tint. There's different lenses, such as polarized lenses, and those are some of the ones that you would wear if you were on the water. Polarized lenses.
And what does that mean exactly?
Polarized lenses is a special filter that cuts glare, and you don't realize how much glare there is until you compare a polarized lens to one that doesn't have polarization. And I always tell people, it's kind of like if you went fishing, if you had a pair of polarized lenses, you could actually see the fish swimming beneath the water. But if you had a pair of regular sunglasses on, you actually don't see beneath the water.
Sure. We've always worn polarized lenses to ski.
Yep.
You can see the bumps better.
Absolutely.
Next?
Next is about functionality, just how what's interesting about sunglasses is it's about a lifestyle now. A lot of people are into sports, and the newest developments are in the functionality of a lens. So for those, this is by Oakley. That's a fun one. And
it looks rosy.
It's got some anti-reflection coatings on
is that what it is?
And some of my fingerprints. But
well,
but people say they sit on their sunglasses, they break them, so they don't want to get a good pair.
Sure.
Well, they're meant to be.
How great.
Yeah. So Oakley is doing a lot of interesting things. Well,
you know, in the days when we actually sun-tanned, I was lying on my little sunbed out in the yard, and I put my glasses underneath my sunbed, and of course then I forgot them, and then my father went out to mow the lawn. Well, he came in with the crumpled glasses.
Mowing the lawn, or he sat on them, or?
No, he was mowing the lawn, so he just ran over them. Why wouldn't he? I took the sun cut away, left the glasses in the middle of the yard.
That won't
a glass disaster. Mine were prescription. Of course they were.
Yeah. So same with even something like this. This is the Oakley one.
They are so great and very trendy.
And you can't tell they're breakaway.
Will they do that with your regular glasses eventually, or do they? You know, if they're not sunglasses? Because they always have the little pin in the side, the regular glasses.
Well, that's the thing. You get used to showing people, and you have to be careful that that one is made specifically for doing that.
Okay, so don't be trying this
don't be trying that
all
with
your
every
glasses.
pair.
No.
This one by Oakley, this is a new one, which is actually, if you can believe it, there's 80 hours to make this one frame. That's why Oakley is so expensive.
Because it wraps around, or what?
It's to do with the design of the frame, and it's a fast catch, and then you can exchange lenses.
Okay.
So when you get different lenses,
so you can put a yellow lens, a green lens, a blue lens, or should you?
There's different lenses for different sports, and all the different lenses can enhance the type of vision that you're going to get. And
I'm just trying on while you're talking.
Yeah, and those ones look good on you. But so this is a new one by Oakley. It's actually made so that it's for athletes now. They've got to fit very
comfortably. So for water skiing, even anything really,
everything.
Huh?
But they've designed it such that it's.
Do I look like Ray Charles in these?
No, those are very risky business, so they look good.
Very risky business.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they actually, all the subtle details are such that they'll stay on your face. They won't fog. As you sweat, they'll actually grip more, and they're super light. And then what's interesting is it's the optics of the lens, because the sunglass, it has to wrap. And when you do that with a regular lens, it causes distortion. As you know, Fanny, when we had our glasses and to the sides of the lenses, it wasn't as clear.
Right.
But so with Oakley, they've made it such that the optics are clear even to your side.
How great. And I wear contact lenses, so when the wind comes up, and of course mine are gas permeable, would I get soft ones? No, too easy.
Yeah.
So I have hard lenses, and so I need protection.
And you look so sporty right there.
I do. Do you think it'll improve my golf game? Well, you know, when you're golfing too, it bothers you to wear sunglasses, or it bothers me, so you wear a cap and all of that. But you've told me before that direct sun in the eye is not good for future.
Yeah.
What does it do to the eye?
Well, cosmetically, I think this is, I can talk about the inside of the eyes and the health of the eyes, which is the inside of the eye. If you think of a house and you shine light inside the wallpaper, the curtains, the carpeting, it all fades and gets holes and tears, and it wears out. And we're living longer. So there's conditions such as what's called macular degeneration, which is when
wet and dry.
Wet and dry. We're all going to get macular degeneration if we live long enough. It's just an aging condition. Genetic factors, though.
And one's worse than the other.
Absolutely. There's 2% of the dry will go on to wet, which causes your central vision to be lost. You don't really. The thing about vision loss is it's so subtle that one eye can very often mask the other eye's vision. So the only way to check, you know, we're in Vancouver, I always tell my patients, it's like checking a leaky condo. It's your leaky condo check, and so they come each year.
If you live long enough, you'll probably get a cataract too. Not a Cadillac, a cataract.
That's right. And so
maybe a Cadillac, who knows?
The cataract, it's not as dangerous because a cataract is just the lens inside the eye. So if you think of a camera, it's got the surface, then the lens, and then the film.
Is that caused by too much sun in the eye necessarily?
Absolutely.
More light eyes have more cataracts than dark eyes, or does it matter?
I would say there are risk factors. So just like saying that there's high blood pressure, it's not so much just one thing that determines whether you're going to get a cataract, but overall, protecting from ultraviolet light is definitely going to slow down your getting cataracts.
Right, and when you have...
Something like that.
Well, these are trick glasses.
These glasses are, actually, I brought these to show you that different lenses and the same view, and I'll just show this. This is just a really nice picture of the beach in Hawaii, and this is one picture split into three, but it looks different because of the different lens that you're using.
Right.
And so it just shows that if you're using a polarized lens, see this, get my finger there, that polarized lens makes colors vivid and bright. So that's what a polarized lens does.
And they're wonderful to sail with when you're sailing.
So you see detail and colors bright. It's almost like high definition TV. Let's say that. And then when you go to different lenses, you get different points of view. And so that's why a lens can influence your performance in sport.
I'm sure.
And especially with the athletes and...
So with that particular frame, you can attach this, right?
And this is an Oakley frame. And what's interesting about this one is actually that you can put a prescription in there, Fanny.
Really?
Yeah. Now, maybe not such a high one as
like me, because I'm the nearsighted girl.
Yeah, but you can put a prescription in this, and you get your full peripheral vision. Now, for a nearsighted girl like you, we have the Adidas, which it has an insert.
Oh, how great. So that can be your prescription.
That's your prescription. It just clips inside, and it works really well. And they can even put a progressive in there.
How great. So on the days when you don't want to be out in the wind, or your eyes are a little tender or whatever, you can actually wear a sports glass. That's fantastic.
And especially if you wear contact lenses, or you can't wear contact lenses mainly.
Right,
and
that too.
Then this one does everything. If you wear contact lenses, let's take out the insert. If you don't feel like putting your contact lens in, let's put in an insert.
Okay.
And the other things is it's functional because this is a sweat brow. And so it catches sweat for when you,
right.
you know, you
when
and
you're
I
in
would,
the marathon.
Yeah, we would do that, right, Fanny?
We would, but
yeah.
that would not be me in the marathon. That would be you in the marathon.
I guess, just to look good.
Pretty much, and you'd be very trendy. I thank you. We're out of time, believe it or not.
Thank
we
you
went
very
through all
much,
the glasses,
Fanny.
I hope.
Okay, it's been
Thank
fun.
you. Nice to see you again.
You too.
Dr. Della Chow from Della Optique on Broadway.